Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. All right, so Tellor is a decentralized oracle on Ethereum. And so what can you build on Tellor and why would you? So many of you may or may not know that blockchains don't have access to off-chain data. And so many smart contracts also need off-chain data to execute on. Things like derivatives, stable coins, insurance contracts, they all need some data to execute their contracts, whether that's a piece of price data for a stable coin or a derivative or some piece of weather data for an insurance contract, something like that. Now, typically, oracles historically have been points of failure, centralized points of failure. Because blockchains don't have access to off-chain data, they rely on some third party to deliver that data on-chain. And usually it's some sort of service, some sort of central entity that will do that for a fee. But this is a big problem, especially if you're a developer that, my guess is if you're building on DeFi or you're building something on a blockchain, you may value having things be actually decentralized and have them being permissionless and censorship resistant. And so that's where Tellor comes in. And we created a fully decentralized oracle that focuses on security and censorship resistance. And let me show you a little bit about how we do that. So in a nutshell, Tellor uses a competition to incentivize data providers to submit requested data on chain. So basically you'd have a user would query, would request some sort of data, and they would tip or add some of our token to that request to incentivize the data providers. And then the Tellor smart contract sort of prioritizes all the requests that come in based off of how many tokens are associated with it. Similar to how gas fees sort of prioritize what transactions go into a block. So the Tellor smart contract then will select the request that has the highest token value associated with it, and it issues out a mining challenge. So we have this network of permissionless miners, proof of work miners, that get this challenge from the Tellor contract. They compete to solve this proof of work challenge, and the winners get the right to submit prices back on chain, and they get rewarded in minting rewards. And so once those prices are submitted back on chain, we have a database that is a readable price feed that users can read from. Additionally, any price that is submitted on chain can be disputed. And this is the most important part of our security model, is that all these prices can be disputed, and the miners that submit a disputed value, if they're deemed malicious, they can be slashed. I should probably point out that all of the miners on our network have to be bonded with a stake of quite a lot of our token, about 1,000 tributes. Our token is called tributes. They have to be staked. And so right now that's roughly $5,000 worth of tokens. And if they're deemed malicious, they can be slashed and they no longer can participate in the mining network. So that's a brief overview of how Tellor works. Let's talk about our bounties. So we're offering some bounties here. The grand prize is the best original use case for Tellor's price feed. This is a fully original idea. You know, you could build a brand new type of stable coin or derivative or insurance contract of some sort, to give you an example. We hope that you guys will utilize some of our best Oracle practices. We have I'll send a link in our Discord channel about what those are. We have a list of best practices for implementing oracles on Ethereum. Our second prize is for most creative use case for Tellor's price feed. I can't give examples of what this might be because I would want it to be really unexpected. So you guys can surprise us with a really cool use of our price feed. You'd have a good chance of winning that bounty. And lastly, this would be any implementation of Tellor into an already existing project. You know, let's say you want to redo Compound or Aave, or let's say you want to recreate Maker but change the governance aspect of it. But then you also put in Tellor's Oracle in there. This is what this bounty is for. If you just integrate Tellor into something else that's already sort of existing, that would be good enough for that. Let's see here, let me share another screen. So Tellor's super easy to integrate. Let me show you guys where you need to go if you choose to do so. So if you guys want to build on Tellor for these bounties, you just come to Tellor.io, click on Build on Tellor, and this will take you to our documentation. And you go down to, well, you can read it all, but you go down to user contracts. And so basically we have a ready-to-go NPM package. And so with just a few lines of Solidity, you could be pulling prices from our Oracle. We have some sample code for testing and deploying your contracts. And more importantly, we're really easy. All the devs at Tellor, we're really easy to access. We love to help out. Don't be shy. Feel free to reach out to us on Telegram or on Discord, and we'd be happy to walk you guys through and help you guys out as best as we can. So yeah, I think that's it from me. Good luck. We're really excited. I think we should also mention that this is the first hackathon that Tellor is sponsoring. And so it's really special to us to have this opportunity. And we're just really excited to see what you guys build with us. And we appreciate it. So have fun and good luck.